So it's really an opportunity to take a pause in the day, whether you've had a busy working day or whether it's just been quite nice and chilled. It's always good to take an opportunity to pause, especially in the middle of the day. So let's just move our body just a little bit to connect. So inhaling the shoulders up, exhale to roll them back and down. And again, inhale the shoulders coming up. And then exhale to roll back and down. Notice how that felt for you. Sometimes tension can build up in the body and we don't even realize. And maybe if you're in a place you're comfortable, you can inhale to have a big stretch through the body and then exhale to release. And now the choice is yours. If you would like to, then feel free to close your eyes. But if you're in more of a environment where you'd prefer to just let the eyelids be softer and look down, you can do that. So decide now how you want to spend the next 10 minutes or so as we go into this practice of guided meditation. So eyes closed or gently eyelids soft, finding a single point of focus and looking down. And taking a moment to check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling today. No judgment, just notice how the body's feeling. Notice what the activity in the mind is like. Notice what your energy levels are like. And there's no right or wrong. Sometimes you can feel a little bit more energetic. Sometimes you feel a little bit more tired. But it's good just to observe in the moment how you're feeling with no judgment. And then starting to bring a bit of attention now to the breath. Noticing how the body expands on the inhale to receive the breath. And as you exhale, it's almost like a release, a letting go. So simply noticing each inhale and exhale. Maybe you begin to notice where in the body rises and falls with each breath. Maybe you can feel that the chest is moving because you're breathing a little bit higher up in the body. Maybe you notice that the belly's moving. Sometimes it's helpful if you just place a hand on wherever in the body you feel rises and falls with each breath. And if it's possible for you, starting to have a little bit more engagement with the breath and seeing if you can allow the breath to move down into the belly so it's a little bit lower. And maybe it's a little bit slower as well. So you're taking a slightly longer breath, allowing yourself to breathe into the belly. Maybe you place both hands on the belly so you can connect the movement, the rising and fall of each inhale and exhale. And if your hands were resting on your belly, just let them rest wherever's comfortable. Maybe it's on top of your thighs, maybe it's one hand on top of the other. Just find the maximum amount of comfort for your body. And then starting to bring some attention to the face, to the jaw. Maybe you notice that there's a little bit of effort there that you're holding on in the jaw. And if that's the case, seeing if you can allow this sense of release and relaxation through the jaw. Allowing it to feel soft. And then bring some attention to the small muscles around your eyes. Do you notice whether you're using a little bit of effort there? And is it possible to allow those small muscles to release, to relax? Feeling a sense of softness in that area. And then bring some attention to the forehead, in between the eyebrows. Allowing those parts of the face to soften, to relax. And so you invite this sense of softness through the whole face. Of letting go of any effort. And letting that softness flow down the body, so allowing the shoulders to relax. Softening them away from the ears. Often they can creep up during the day as the tension rises in the body. And with every exhale that you have, just invite this sense of release, of softness, of relaxation and letting go. Every breath is an opportunity to let the body let go of anything that it's holding on to. And as we begin to bring the practice to a close, let's take 3 big breaths together. Big inhale in through the nose into the belly, into the chest. Exhale all the way out. Another big inhale in through the nose into the belly, into the chest. Exhaling all the way out. And one more time, big inhale in through the nose into the belly, into the chest. Exhaling all the way out. Returning to your natural breathing pattern, finding your natural way of breathing. Taking a moment to notice how you're feeling, how the body feels, what the activity in the mind is like now that you've taken a few moments to slow down, and knowing that it's absolutely fine if you feel no different, and it's absolutely fine if you do. You're just noticing without any judgment. And then when you're ready, if your eyes were closed, opening them up. And if you were looking down, looking back up at the screen.